limited all the collectibles to things that would be pretty useful. So there isn't too much to collect, but everything you collect is immensely useful. But in order to beat the game, you really don't need anything at all. You just need to master your skills.
Yeah. It's worth saying that everything we've done so far, we've gone through a lot of locations, and like Coral said, this is all one big screen, so you're not necessarily pigeonholed into doing it exactly in order the way it's intended to, but it just so happens that we get the collectibles as we go up. So we, for the most part, do all the little areas pretty much in order. We're gonna have our first elephant coming up here. Elephants are a special kind of collectible. There's only 7 of them. They're more well hidden than the other ones. There it is. We need at least 5 of them to get a certain collectible, but there's 7 in the game.
Yeah, funny thing about them is that there's actually like a small little hint that shows you that they do exist, but in order to find them, you have to like be pretty dedicated to the game, and this game's already as hard as it is, just completing it naturally.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
And crazy skip.
When I first beat the game, I genuinely didn't know that elephants existed. Like, you can go through this whole game without finding like almost. Like, I had 30% when I completed the game. I'll be honest. I'll be so real.
I think I might have had about
secrets.
50. But yeah, you don't actually need anything here. The only thing you need to beat the game is the bat.
Yeah.
In fact, you barely even need to slide or ball around. It's this hub in particular, actually, that teaches you how to slide, how to turn into a ball, and how to do what we call slide jumps, where you slide along the ground and you swing your bat down to give you both vertical and horizontal speed.
Yeah.
So everything we've done up to this point, you can do it totally without any of this cool stuff we've been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this place is pretty notorious because a lot of people are. It's like, oh man, this place is awful. Sand. Everyone hates sand.
It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere. We have a cool strat here, found by our friend Tom. Shout out Tom. Yeah. He did that casually, where he like kind of just slid forward there and then swung backwards twice off the wall. It's very precise and very hard, and I've never even done it once, and I've played this game for 100 hours. This game is just so cool. There's just like the normal intended strats, which if you watch Sororo do her dev playthrough of this game, she makes the game look easy because she knows all the answers and she knows how to do everything. But it's when you really get down to it and you really get into the nitty gritty, this game breaks wide open. You're really gated by your knowledge and what you can do and what's possible and what you've tried and what you haven't tried. Shout outs Butter.
Nice, we didn't go to Mullet Town there.
Not yet. Oh gosh, what was I saying?
Yeah, well, it's part of why like you have to build up all your experience. But like I like to leave a lot of flexibility in the puzzles, so players, if they feel like they're having trouble with a puzzle, can find their own way. But the intended solutions generally are the cleanest and also pretty quick too.
This is Cardi. We can only talk to her because we got the master key to open this door.
Say hi to Cardi. All right, bye Cardi.
Yeah, there she goes.
Bye, Cardi. We mentioned Tom earlier. Can I squeeze in something really quick?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, go for it.
We got a $100 donation from Tom that says, always be ballin'.
Yeah, that's right.
And please make sure everyone remember to put your donation toward an incentive. We are, what? Less than $200 away from the Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage bonus Bone Dance run? Let's go!
Yeah, be sure to donate for that incentive. Coming up, we got Basin 21, which is this guy here's favorite hub in the whole game. It's very cool, very fast, and very satisfying to play and watch. So take it away, buddy.
This place is like the most clipped. Like I see clips of this area a lot on stream because every time someone beats this area, they're just like, oh my god, this was like insane, and I'm very happy to see that.
No, yeah. So the main gimmick of Basin 21 is that there's a lot of ice everywhere. So combine ice with the fact that you can just like kind of augment your momentum with these fences and with a bunch of other stuff, and you'll be able to go really fast. Like, see here. Oh, never mind. Nope, stop. We need to talk about it real quick.
Stop. All right. Butter time.
All right, we'll save and quit here because the game's auto-save cycle runs on like every 2 seconds, and sometimes it doesn't count that you've talked about it, so we'll do that real quick. Okay, so now here, we'll be doing this big skip here. We're not just gonna go to the left, we're going to bounce left up to get this fizzy here, and then we're sort of entering this secret path to get our last main key item, which is the blade. We'll be going up through this secret path backwards. And now see here, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna sink into this floor, of course, and get the blades, the roller blades. So now we're going to clean up a couple other things here. There's a lot of collectibles in this area. Go for it.
If you thought it was fast before, the rollerblades just let you go even faster, because I was just like, you know what, that seems like fun. I'm just gonna put that in.
Yeah, with the rollerblades, this game breaks wide open.
Yep.
You have some serious Gouda cheese on your hands when you get the rollerblades. For one thing, they allow you to skate real fast. That's just like the normal, regular purpose. But also, whenever you equip them, you get a substantial vertical boost. No matter where you are, you could be in the air or you could be on the ground. Nice. And you can actually hold a horizontal direction to get a diagonal boost. And just like casually, just knowing those things, it's very easy just to gain infinite height wherever you are, anywhere in the whole game, pretty much. But that's slow a lot. But we do abuse the mechanic quite a bit. We have another elephant coming up here. The last one, or not the last one, the fifth one, not the last one. The last one we need for a certain other collectible we'll be getting here, which is probably the next most important key item. But before we get to that, we got a really cool technique coming out. The only wrong warp in the whole game, where we mentioned this game is only one screen, and that's true, even when we abuse the warp zone like we're about to. But the way we get to the warp zone is instead of teleporting you right there, it teleports you a tenth of the distance, and then 2/10 of the distance, and then at the end it calculates where you go. So if you collide with a checkpoint on the way to the teleport, you just warp right there. And that's the only time we do that in this category.
It's funny because part of the reason is that I had to like reprogram how warping works, because I couldn't just like move players instantly from one area to another without causing immense loading issues.
One mechanic we haven't gone over yet are these vector blocks, these little things. You can hit them up to 3 times, and they store what your momentum would have been when you hit them, and then they go off a certain amount of frames later. It's actually a really difficult mechanic to grasp to start, but it becomes a little bit intuitive later. Now we have a big skip. We gotta, remember I said we have to go to every area. Well, there's one way up in outer space, and it turns out the best way to get there is by shooting us way up from there. And it's good to get that first try. That's really hard. Using the elephant bat. And the elephant bat has this really unique property where it actually multiplies your speed by 10%, I believe, every time, no matter which direction you swing it. So you can just swing it side to side like you saw Spirialis do there, and you can gain a bunch of vertical momentum going down and a bunch of vertical momentum going up. And because it's exponential, it's actually very volatile. If he's even slightly off on any of those swings, it's very possible for him to just be in the complete wrong spot and have to do the trick all over again. But he got it on the first try, which is really, really good from him.
Yeah, so now we're at this, we kind of skipped an area, if you didn't notice. So now we have these sort of like ice blocks. Sorry, I call them ice, but...
They're glass, question mark.
It's okay.
So pretty much these glass blocks are colored in a sort of way where it depends on your speed, and if you have enough speed relative to each color, you can break them. So like certain colors require more speed, right? So that's pretty much the main gimmick of this area. You can kind of see the puzzles start getting a bit harder since you kind of need to craft ways to build more speed with this air charge block, if you want to explain the air charge block.
Yeah, the air charge mechanic is another, yet again, very broken mechanic that you can use to solve puzzles simply and intendedly, or you can use them to make an absolute mockery of any sense of direction this game may have implicated.
Yeah, the any percent run makes great use of this block and like completely
Yeah,
lowers the time down.
For this category, I mentioned that we, for the most part, do all the hubs like pretty much in intended order. We did skip one, and we'll go back to it, and we'll do it top-down later. But for the most part, we do things in order. Any percent does not do that. Any percent is a 3-minute and 59-second run, and they do not do all these areas.
May I sneak in with a big announcement?
Yeah, of course.
We have met that Spyro 2's Ripto's Rage Bone Dance Run!
Thank you.
So folks, that means that we can turn our attention to the Super Mario World 11 exit one-handed run, which has already raised over $6,000 of the $60,000 goal. Thank you all so much for your generous donations.
Hi, Butter.
Yes, this is This is our penultimate visit with Butter here. We have one more later, when she'll finally give us that collectible we've been waiting for. This is Terminus. This is kind of